Hello and welcome to Meet the Teacher. I'm Mrs. Bombardella. I am the geometry teacher. I also teach advanced or TAG pre-calculus. Uh, a lot of the students call me Mrs. B. It's a lot easier and shorter than Mrs. Bombardella, so that's fine. Whatever is easier, whichever you prefer. I don't mind either one. Just a little bit about me. This is me here, right? I graduated from the University of Oklahoma right here. I know how that might rub some of you Texans the wrong way, but sorry. But I graduated from OU and I got a degree of electrical engineering there. When I got out of college, I went to work. I went to work for the U.S. Army as a civilian. I worked for the Communications Electronics Command. Did some interesting work with artificial intelligence there and some other things, drones and some other interesting topics. After that, I met and married my husband. We moved to the tiny, tiny country of Luxembourg, which is in between Belgium, France, and Germany. I lived in Europe for 23 years and very happily moved back here to Texas, where my home state and my family is from. So very happy to be back here. Here's a picture of my family here. These are my twins right here, Sasha and Mark. Sasha's at Texas A&M University right now, and Mark is at Texas Tech. And not too long ago, just a year or two ago, they were in high school. So I get exactly where you all are coming from. So, Cedar Ridge Statement: live with integrity, act with compassion, strive for excellence. So here, how is geometry organized in Schoology? So I'll just talk about this for a minute and then I'll go direct to Schoology so you can see it. So we have main folders organized by units. Inside each of those unit folders, you have folders for every day. I have actually two. One is the live folder, the synchronous is in pink, and the one for at home is in blue. So most of the homework you find in the blue folders, and tests and quizzes I highlighted in yellow. So I'm going to get out of this and I want to go to Schoology. I'm going to go to one of my geometry classes here, my second period in this case. Here we go. So here are all the materials from one of my classes. All the geometry classes look the same, really. So in this folder, I have all our Google Meet links right here and some of our conferencing links for the Schoology itself. Here I have some contact information. So here's where the students check in when they're here. I've got a live link to my website if you want to go there. And here's my email address, the world's longest email address right there. Okay. Below it, I have all the units here. So this is our current unit here, and then that's our unit we did before. Unit 0, because we were covering algebra material that students missed last year when school closed. So if you open that up, right, you just click on it. If you notice, I have some learning targets here. What are the students learning in that unit? And you see all this mess of folders, right? So you'll notice that there are, a live one, the pink one, and the homework one, the blue one, for each day, right there, every day. And then you notice the yellow ones have quizzes included right there. Okay, even there's the previous unit right here. You can see directly, here's a quiz and a test right there in the yellow folders. So you can easily access it. And then zip those back up, close those up. And I just wanted to inform you of some a useful way of finding out what you or your student is missing. If you have questions about what do I need to do I have any missing work, or what are my grades? Okay, Schoology should have, this is the teacher view, I have a grade book, but the students should have something so they could see their grades. So I'm going to go to one of my practice classes where there's no real actual students in there. It's where I create all my classes, but I'm just going to demonstrate the grade book. See, it's the same setup there. I'm going to go to the grade book. Your student should have a grade, right? So it's going to have their name there. or the classes. I'm not sure exactly what it looks like, but it should have something similar to this. But what I want to show you, they should have all their grades listed out here below. And it's like I'm going along, oh, I'm missing that grade, or I have a 0 there. How do I fix that? Well, look at this. All of these assignments are linked. You can just click directly on it, and there you are at your assignment. See, there's more links there. You get in there. It's like, oh, I'm going to make a copy of this. It says to make a copy. So I'm going to wait for Google, and there's my homework copy right there. I can just work on that directly. Okay, so all of that is very, very useful to have. So again, somewhere you should have something to show you your grades in Schoology, and it has all these live links in there directly. So you can just look at your grades, see which ones are missing, which ones you need to retake or whatever, and just click on it. Okay, so let me go back now to the slideshow. View that. Okay, so there we have the Schoology, how to get around there in Schoology. Here's some keys to student success in geometry. So this is a biggie. You know, just do your work, keep up with it. I have a lot of students who are, I know this is a weird world we're living in right now with the virtual online environment that we have to deal with. But just because we're online doesn't mean that we don't have to do the work. If you don't do the work, you don't get the credit, okay? I've been very lenient about that so far because I understand there's a lot of glitches. We got to get used to this. We have to figure out how to upload documents and how to submit and all of that stuff. So I get that. But please do your homework, right? That's the key. Practice makes perfect, just like with anything, with sports, with music, with math, anything you do, you need to practice. Ask questions. I have a lot of people in, especially the younger students, I find are afraid to voice themselves with a microphone. They prefer to chat in the chat box and hide behind their emojis that they have on their name on the screen. But really, ask me questions. That's the best way. I mean, I need to know what you understand, what you don't understand. So ask me questions. Correct your homework and quizzes. Most of the homework and quizzes, you can get up to a 70 by just correcting them. So you don't have to take a brand new one, you just correct it and it's 70. Okay, so if you don't pass, like you forgot a homework and it came in too late or whatever, you always have a chance to get a 70 at the very least just by correcting it. Okay, tests you'll have to do a little retake, but it shouldn't be too difficult to do that. The tutorials at this time, just wait till after class and we'll have an asynchronous session afterwards, and I can give each student their individual help. And I have started doing that, and students are starting to take advantage of that. So I'm pleased to see that. But just wait after class. I announce it every time. Just wait after class and I can help you out. So here's my job. I think I'm pretty good at this. I like to teach in a way that students understand. I hope I do. I hope I do. Okay. That's really what I focus on, is I really want to make it as understandable as possible. I do not mind questions. I do not mind interruptions. Hey, Miss B, can you slow down? Can you go back? That does not bother me. I want them to understand. A student's job, you need to take responsibility. Okay. Do your work. Do your homework. Ask the questions. Tell me when you don't get it. Tell me when it's too slow. I already understand this. Move on. You take responsibility for your part. Okay. Here's our grades. 40% test, 30 quizzes, 30 homework. So like if you don't do your homework, let's say it this way, if you do not do your homework, you have to make 100 on all of the rest, because right, this together makes 70%. You need 70% to pass your class. So that means you have to do absolutely perfectly on these two to get that full 70% there if you don't do any of that. And I don't know anybody who's perfect. Okay. I don't know anybody who could get 100 on all their quizzes and all their tests. Okay. So this is super important. A third of your grade comes from homework and another third are the quizzes. Okay. Then there's that piece there. A little bit more goes to tests. Okay. But this also means if you're doing all your work and you're doing your quizzes that, if you're not a good test taker or something, you're probably going to be okay. Okay. Because you've been doing all your work on the daily basis. Okay. So, failing grades, again, like for tests, you can, of course, take it back for a 70. Right now, I'm not too concentrated on late because we're trying to just get everyone up to speed right now. So this I will let you know as we get on here, but don't wait too long though. It's like if you just keep not doing assignments, those zeros and missings pile up, and then it's like a major, major tidal wave of work coming towards you. So don't wait too long. Tutorials, we've been told, just stay after live class, come to asynchronous time, and I'll help you with whatever problems you have, to clear up whatever's going on in class if I can. I try to. Sometimes there's other extenuating circumstances that happens, but most of the time I can just clear those questions up right off the bat. Okay, here's more contact info. I'm not going to go here because every time I do, it kicks me out of my slide. But if you go to Cedar Ridge website, to the directory, the math department, you can find my name under there. It's all alphabetically listed, and I've got more contact information there. Okay, there's my email once again, and our mission statement. Okay, so I hope we all live and abide by these. And I would like to thank you for your time, and thank you very much. Please, if there's anything I can do, just please contact me. This is a very, very busy time for all teachers. Everyone that I know is working well beyond overtime, myself included. So please, bear that in mind. We have loads and loads of emails from students and administrators telling us to do this and that. And so if you email me, normally I say that's the best way to contact me is by email, but just beware that we get loads and loads and loads of emails these days, loads of them. So just be persistent. I don't mind that, but just to be aware, okay, that we're just human and this is a very overwhelming time for everybody. So I thank you very much. Again, please contact me if you have any questions, and thank you very much.